All right, all right. Your girl is back with another petty pop up, real heavy on the petty. I'm just here to state my petty opinion. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and used for educational and entertaining purposes. All right. Where my petty Betty's at? Y'all get on in here. Let's talk about Charnita's world. Okay? So we're gonna be talking about Charnita's World episode 2. Okay. In this episode, Charnita said that her publicist had her on a media run where I guess she would be explaining who she is and, what she has to offer and what she has going on. So she did a couple of radio interviews. She did one with this lady named Lady Wu. Um, it was a good interview. She spoke very, very highly of Tilted Crowns Productions, and she spoke highly of Melody. And she she just seems like she's real, real, real down to earth. Like she's like a really spiritually grounded person. She was saying that she's putting Birmingham on the map and that she's gonna be talking about the transparency of her life. These are like common themes that we hear her say a lot. She said that they were gonna have something called Green Tea Talk. I guess it's like a podcast. And then she did another. She went to another. I think it was another radio. I don't know. This like looked like a Zoom or a podcast. With Kevin Pryor. She did another interview with him, but she was talking about the same things, just basically, kind of introducing herself, what she's about, what she has going on, putting herself out there. They showed some nice little views of Birmingham. I said, yes, Charnita, come on now. Tell us about your city, girl. She loves to say that she's putting Birmingham on. They love to be representing Birmingham, Alabama. Okay. Okay, so in this episode, we find out about one of their businesses, which is called Smart Tax. And then we meet Mrs. Marquita Terrell. She's an employee of Smart Tax. And I don't know, I found her little interview kind of odd. She was saying that she's the person that does it all, but she said that her role with the Hortons is odd, and I was like, oh, okay, it's odd, but anyway, so we also get to meet Miss Joanne Horton, who is Jason Horton's mother, who is in business with Charnita and Jason. They have been in business together for over 8 years. And so Jason and Charnita show up to Smart Tax to speak to the employees. It looks as if, since nobody really explained what they were doing, they look like they were packing up one office and they're moving to another office. Um, I thought it was cute that when Jason's mother came to the door, they was like, on the alert. So everybody looked busy. I thought that was kind of cute. So anyway, when Charnita and Jason show up, they told them they had some big news for them, and they were saying that they had been servicing like 4,000 people and how good they did and that they passed inspection, I guess, at the new building. And Jason said that they had serviced like 4,000 people, but the goal is 5,000. And then if they meet the goal of 5,000, that they're going to take them to Jamaica. And Sharnita was looking at him like, hold on, sir. Jamaica's our spot. You know what you mean? We taking them to Jamaica. Sharnita said we're gonna take y'all on a trip. We might not say where it's gonna be right now, but y'all meet the goal, then we'll worry about what we're gonna take y'all. What you talking about? So I know she said, oh, we're gonna have to talk in the car. What you mean? We taking them to Jamaica? That's our spot. But I thought it was cute. Anyway, we find out that Jason is in finance and um they were just really talking about moving from one office to the other, that they were going to get a new sign. I think they was ribbing them about their sign and stuff like that. So it just seems like they working on it. They moving up. They're getting their stuff together. They're moving to a new office, and they're trying to encourage the employees so that they can all take part in reaping the benefits of working hard. So I thought that was really good how she gave them a positive word and told them that they were valuable, because they are. It's not something that you oftentimes hear from your employer. They do little appreciation stuff, but most people, you still don't feel appreciated because you know that there's a budget. You know what I'm saying? To do like nice little appreciation and stuff for the employees. A lot of times the employees don't even get it. They might buy you a box of cookies and pass it around to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they did with the budget for that. So anyway, I know it was just nice for them to hear her say that they were valuable and she appreciated them. Okay, so then Jason and Charnita, we see them going somewhere, don't really know where they're going until they get there. Okay, so they're going to a marriage therapist. We meet Mrs. April Calvin, who is a marriage therapist, and during the little therapy session, we see a little few cracks. I was like, oh, I thought they was perfect. I didn't know they had a few cracks in the relationship. So in the therapy session, we find out from Jason. Jason says he don't know about this therapy session because the last one didn't go too well. Okay, so we find out that there are a few little issues in the marriage when it comes to the finances. And it seems like Jason being in finance, and he probably is the more fiscally responsible person, and he's probably operating and using their money as if it's his money. I don't think it's intentional. I think that they have a business, and something to the effect of he wanted to include her, she wasn't available at that time, and so he just went on and did what needed to be done. Therapist was saying that she thought that Charnita just wanted to be included. Charnita said no, she wanted him to be there with her. So I just feel like y'all let me know what y'all think. Get down in the comments and let's talk about this, because I have an issue with this. I just don't find it necessary to introduce a third party into a conversation that I can have on my own with my own husband. Because it's like when you introduce a third party who's not really familiar with the ins and outs of exactly what you're talking about, they don't really know you and all your quirks personally, they don't really know either of you to that degree, and they're trying to make an assessment on what you should do and how you should proceed and interject in their um suggestions and whatnot. And I really just feel like if Jason and Charnita sat down and talked amongst themselves, they would be able to come up with a solution to the issue. Because after all the talking they did, I was still confused about what they wanted. Like Charnita was saying one thing, Jason was saying another thing, the therapist was saying another thing, and I just don't feel like anybody was really all the way on the same page. And that just goes to show you, like, when you include another person and they want to interject what they think, it doesn't really matter what they think. At the end of the day, Jason and Charnita are in business. The most important thing is for Jason and Charnita to be on the same page. Now, far be it for me to try to diagnose anybody's problems and tell them what to do, because we all have to find our own way. And I'm just enjoying being along for the ride and enjoying seeing how they're going to work it out. But it just seems like to me that, when you live with somebody, you're married to him, you see him, all day. I mean, you have access to him at any time. I don't understand why she can't sit down with her husband and they can't talk it out to the degree that either of them are satisfied. So if it take 100 times for her to understand or for him to understand what it is she wants and needs, they have access to each other. They don't need a third party. They don't need to go and go to a therapist's office. Now I understand sometimes therapy is useful when you feel like your spouse doesn't understand your perspective, or maybe you just need another adult to try to um articulate what you mean, as maybe you can't articulate what it is that you mean to your. I don't understand that because I don't know, I guess I'm a different kind of person. I never really had that issue. I am very direct and I am very clear, and so I can articulate what I mean. And if you can't understand me, we're gonna work it out until you understand where I'm coming from, what I'm saying. I don't need to introduce another whole adult into the conversation for you to understand me. I never understood that. I mean, some people go to therapy because they just need somebody to hear them. They just need somebody to talk to about things, and I get that. But in this situation where it seems as if maybe one person is more fiscally responsible than the other, that the issue can only be solved between that particular couple. So just a little bit of my business. We have joint accounts. We have a joint account for the home. I have my own account. He has his own account. Okay. So he don't talk to me about my money. I don't talk to him about his money. We talk about the joint account because that's where the bills are paid from, right? So that kind of like alleviates any one person having control over all the funds. Now, I am in the process of writing a business plan and trying to work out starting a business. And in that case, if we actually do take those steps, we will have a business account. And what we will probably do is you want to keep a certain sum or operating budget in the business account, but when you start profiting and you get into the black, we will probably quarterly withdraw those funds and divide those funds, and going forward like that, so we don't have to worry about any one person trying to exercise control over all of the money. Now, it's not going to be we make the money, but you control where it go and what we do with it. It sounds like Charnita was kind of teed off, that not teed off, she didn't sound like she was teed off, but she was a little perplexed at why her name wasn't on some of the accounts. It seems like Jason expressed, well, he wanted her to be on there, but she was busy, she was filming, she was doing whatever she was doing, she couldn't make it at that time. And Charnita was like, okay, if I couldn't make it at that time, then you could have scheduled it for another time when I could make it. That's what it sounds like to me. The therapist interjected and said, well, I thought you just wanted to be included. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like when you put another person in the middle and they don't really understand. It seems like nobody really understood exactly what they wanted. And I just don't understand not being able to express to someone, or especially to your spouse, your significant other, person you spend the majority of your time with, what your issue is. But anyway, they went round and round and round about it. And I was like, okay, Charnita. Charnita was like, I can add, she was like, he was saying how, they had $1 million or something in the account. And she was like, well, I would like to see, that $1 million. I said, because at the end of the day, I'm so glad that she's not the type of person that's so in love that she's willing to be in the dark about the finances and what's really going on. She is standing up and saying, no, I want to be included. I want to know exactly what's going on, as she should. If we making the money, we need to make the decisions, not you. We need to both be aware of what is going on. I appreciated her for that, because a lot of people would sit back, not say anything, feel some kind of way about it, let it build up, and then when it builds up and you get upset and you can't handle it no more, then everything just spills out, and then you're yelling and screaming and cursing, saying stuff you might not really want to say because you didn't express, how you really felt about something at the time. So I respect her for that. Let it be known exactly where you at with it, and it seems like she didn't have no problem with that. Shanita said, I can add. And she was like, at the end of the day, things got to be brought up. She was like, I know he want me because I'm fine and cute and he my man, but things got to be brought up. I said, that's right, Charnita. To put your foot down, girl. Let him know where you stand with it, okay? But anyway, so where do we go? Okay, so the last scene they really showed was a scene with little Bella, where they were saying, and isn't she cute, y'all? Doesn't she look just like a little cute little baby doll? Bella had issues at school where the kids didn't want to play with Bella because she was black. I was like, what? Where these kids at? Where they come from with that? But anyway, Charnita had an idea. She was saying that her dad did it with them when they were small. That she was saying that she needs to know about her culture. She needs to know about her heritage. And Bella was kind of looking at them like, "What y'all talking about? What they got to do with the kids playing with me at school?" It was cute, y'all. But it seems like that. I guess in the next episode we'll see where they go with it. But that was kind of like the extent of what they really said. That she was just saying that her dad did something similar when she was small, and they just want to talk with her about her culture and her color and her hair and why she's different and all those things. And I think that's a really, really good idea. So anyway, y'all, that was the end for this episode. It wasn't, very much. I guess those outtakes that those clips that we saw from the first episode are for the whole season and not just the upcoming episode. I said so, okay, because obviously it was a lot going on. I said, well, I didn't see any of that kickoff in this episode. So I guess those clips were for the whole season and not just the upcoming episode. Well, anyway, y'all, that's it for that one. What did y'all think of this episode? I am loving this show. I said, this is how I would like to see reality TV done. I think it's probably just a little too wholesome for some people. Some people like the mess. They like to argue. They like to hear the fussing and the fighting and whatever. But I just think it's being done really, really, really well. And I look forward to the next episode. I can't wait to see what they got going on in the next episode. So y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next time, peace.